Oh, okay, here we go. So this is my new LG K51 phone. I had a Fisher Price toddler special before, a Revel Plus. It was an absolute nightmare. Barely worked. So anyway, here's the phone. I'm going to try and do some of these YouTubes with the phone. This is the 1959 Mercedes-Benz 190S, diesel. Moved it 50 feet, took a solid 2 hours, and here's some of my best engineering work. Suspension failed, and that broke, so I chained it up like that, and there's chains on the other side of the floorboard with another bolt on it, just holding it there until it's properly dealt with. Maybe you can see the other one on the other side. Maybe not. Yep, there it is. You see? That's how it's supposed to sit. But this was a car that spent its life outside, and the rain rusted it, and it blew apart. These are huge tires. You can't buy them in the United States. The only place I've seen them for sale is in the Philippines. So, anyway, that's some progress on this thing until I swap out the starter motor. Look at it. These are tires from the 1980s. They're absolutely roached. And so I went to Les Schwab and I got a set of tires like this. 2 of them. And I think these guys are, they are 13s. I mean, really tiny. And I got 2 of them for like $108. Now it needs a starter service. I'm sure that was the original starter and it wore out. But this one is the best of all of them as far as the engine goes. Doesn't smoke. I'm going to put Monarch injectors in it. And Monarch glow plugs so it delivers the fuel better. Did not have to do the fuel pump on this one as it works. Unfortunately, that guy, the ring gear's blown out. That one needs Monarch injectors. It still has a fuel delivery problem at the injectors, although the pump's rebuilt. And I'm going to have to put somebody on scholarship to help me get this this 2002 car going. I need to put that engine in it. And then it'll be well on its way to being a rider. This is the 40 BMW R12. And it's got some sort of vacuum problem pulling the fuel to the carburetor and detonating it. I may have to reset the timing. I'm not sure what it is. It was running great, and then one day it never ran again. So there it is. There's another 3 days of solid work. There's the beat up Spider. I got this just for the engine and trans. And then, okay, so now let's go look at the 2 Corona bikes I bought. I got these bikes during the Corona thing, which is still going on. People are just cashing out shit because they got no money. These are both 1980 XL1000s. I think people watch that Orange County Choppers and all of a sudden they think they're a bike builder. So, now that guy has an oil cooler on it. It's pretty tiny for an oil cooler, but I think that'll probably start up faster. Okay, and then I got this one here, and this one's actually like 6 inches over. So, and this is also not 1980, and yeah, somebody thought they were a bike builder. Been watching too much History Channel. or whatever it is, that channel with the bike builder guys. But this guy, the guy put an AGM battery in it, and that works, horn works, headlight works, ignition does not work, so the engine doesn't even click. I'm thinking the solenoid is spent, and I'm thinking the starter motor is spent. Unfortunately, the bike probably sat outside. You can see there's all kinds of rust here. So it sat outside long enough to destroy the electrical. You know, we're not working on the fucking space shuttle, so this shouldn't be that hard to fix. But it has a S&S shorty carb. And I believe that's a solenoid. So probably have to service that. I think maybe it's not. I'm not a Sportster mechanic, so we'll find out soon enough. Original Harley Davidson starter motor, so that's probably toast. And I think the guy messed with the points, so that's got to get serviced. God, doesn't that rear fender look like shit? Somebody's grand design, that's gotta go. Handlebar's kind of neat. Probably keep that. Just get it operational. But I would probably deal these two off. Who knows? If I get them running, then maybe I'll keep them. But yeah, the dog ate that. Isn't that lovely? I put the larger 3.5 gallon tank on it. You know, the guy moved the forward controls a little too forward, so I'll be putting that back to where it goes. And that hideous paint scheme from Mary Kay Cosmetics has got to go. But AGM battery, and it's holding the charge, so that's cool. Yeah, and then the guy took the springs off and put those on there to lower it, and that one's got the original springs. So, God, I wish I had a mechanic out here I could hire to help me get this stuff done, because I got way too much work. Yeah, so there they are. I would probably sell them $4,000 and $3,500. But if they run, then I'm going to charge more. But anyway, this is, like I said, this is my LG K51 phone. So we'll see how good of a picture and how it turns out. And that's the 5-speed trans, and that's a 1.8 liter motor. The 1.6 liter motor in there is frozen, so that's got to come out and that's got to go in. And this is really the one project I really want going this summer. And then of course this ponton, the steering, all the rubber in the steering in the engine is toast. The car is pretty toast, really. But you know, if I get it operational, and I believe this one actually had brakes, which is just blows me away. But it sat outside, and you can see the interior just got toast. But the engine's great. The engine's perfectly good. Don't have to do nothing to the motor, just the paint and plating. I was gonna put some primer on the top of this thing to protect it. And this one we decided was a 71 BMW 2002, which is actually what they call a 1602, because it has a 1600 engine in it, which I'm going to put a 1.8 liter engine in it, unless I find an even larger motor. But I want to do a 5-speed, so it'll be a very reliable car. And it's going to be carbureted, no sensors, no fuel injection problems, and boy, it's just everything on this car is just roached, but it's all easy stuff. Anyway, I haven't done a video in a while. I got all kinds of extra BMW parts for a 2002 car if you need them. Love to see them find a new home. Here's another 4-speed trans. Here's a door. There's a whole trunk load of parts. And there's another fender. And I'm hoping I'm holding this camera at the right angle so it's not upside down. But these are truly really neat cars when they're operational. I mean, they're not Porsches, they're not fast, but they're neat little old cars. And they made something like almost 500,000 of them right after World War II. And the parts are readily available, you know. There's a fellow named Niemöller in Germany that sells parts. Classic Center in Irvine will help you. Woody down there is a really resourceful guy. Star Classics, I think he's in Atlanta. And then hoses and all that stuff, you can buy that, but I just go to a hose shop and I bring them the old stuff and kind of upgrade them for my needs. But wow, it is a sunny day in Utah. It is April 13, something like that. Maybe 14, I don't know. 2021. Still snow in the mountains. Actually, I think it is the 13th. It is. Because the resorts are closing. But the thing about this car is the rust is all in the floor pans. And it's not really that bad on the body. It's very minimal. It's not going to be fun pulling the transmission on that 180 diesel to swap out the ring gear. I should have known better when it wasn't starting as quickly. But that means the injectors were shot. You should be able to just turn the key and fire it right up. So the injectors were constricted, and new injectors on that soon, and that will fire up immediately. And then a brake job, and that one smokes, which is a bummer. So that's a little bit of a job pulling the heads off. But too many projects. I gotta really cut loose with some stuff. If you want that Alfa Romeo, that's available. I might cut loose with those Sportsters. I might cut loose with some pontons. But the good stuff, I keep them. See, I'm not sure about this R12, but if you take a look over here. Yeah, that's really hard to see, isn't it? Yeah, the exhaust attached to the head seems to have a gap in it. And I think that's the problem. It's not getting suction for the fuel. That's a sidecar for my 15 Harley. There's the 15. Believe it or not, I think I've had like 4 or 5 of these bikes. And that one runs, it just has a clutch issue. I need to ride it this summer. The 4 is really almost there. I just need a pile of cash. And tracks from a German Panther tank. Pretty neat. SS guys. Aspen. God, that place is fun. Africa Core, Wehrmacht. And then here's an oil painting I picked up, or a watercolor. It's done by a guy named Paul Greg. And it turns out it's a really rare one. I got it in a thrift store. So it's on eBay. I just buy and sell. Somebody would really like to have that. It's one of his early pieces. So anyway, gang, there it is. Hopefully this summer I'm going to get a lot more work done. Home gym, pretty cool. Fuck that Corona shit. Work out at home. It's an Inspire FTX. Really, really nice. Fuck the memberships at the gyms. Just get one of these bad boys. You can train every day. Do whatever you want on it. Picked up some Vocal skis, 175s. Picked up some 180s. And I picked up, I think it's a 153, a little small. Picked up a lot of skis this year for me. And then I got a whole bunch I buy to just sell. Anyway, gang, there's a status update. If you got Panther tracks, let me know, I'll buy them. If you want a Paul Gregg watercolor from the 1900s of the Wild West, you can have that guy. $5,000 or best offer. And let's see, yeah, well, let's just go take a grand tour. Let's see if it works. There's the 101 Scout. It's got a timing issue. I'm suspecting that the mag overheats and fails. Top end needs service. There's the 36. These guys I do not sell. I keep. I have fun with them. I got a battery for that one, so I'm going to fire that one up again. Adjust the clutch. Hopefully it'll run better. And there is the 37 Chief with a 36 shifter. And I like the way the 101s shift off the transmission, so I just bought the parts to build that with a 36 shifter. And then Mr. Reliable here, the 2000 BMW R1200Z. You know, some moron told me when I went to go get it inspected that I needed to swap out the rear brake shoes. Well, I pulled them off. They were not worn out. He just wanted to make money, so fuck him. Anyway, there's that guy. And there's the Chief. Just add income. I'm also looking for like maybe 3 Indian Chief horns like that for my Indians that I got here at the house. And yeah, don't you love that? Duct tape on the seat. I ride my bikes and they get worn out. Oh, I got a bunch of cool Dinosaur skis in this year. These are just ones I'm flipping. Just buy them and sell them. These are really nice. They're powder skis. They're like 180s. Nice stuff. So, alright, gang. Let's see if this YouTube takes. This video takes. It's going to be new for me to download this to the YouTube because I'm not used to using a camera phone. We will see you on the next YouTube.